All right, really quickly, let's deal with this calculate age. So the calculate age button here, of course, it's got nothing in it because it's trying to calculate. It's a lot of the same kind of code that we saw before. Like I need, well, I probably need a string because I'm going to be printing something out. I'm going to need to know what today is. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to put that in here too. So there's that. I'm probably going to need to have a message box. Okay, and I'll basically, this one is supposed to be calculate the age. So and I can see that calculation. I can see that I've got a issue going on here. So let's do that. You know, these IDEs, sometimes they help, sometimes they really are a pain in the rear end. Anyway, so that's going to be that. So we got the current date, but now we also, I guess we need to know, we need to get the actual birth date from the text. So that's also going to be very similar to this deal here. It's not going to be future date, but it's going to be date of birth, and it's going to be parsing the text dot. Oh, not text dot. What are you doing, dude? Okay. Oh, actually, you filled that in. I must have hit tab a couple times. All right, so we got that going. And with the message, this is going to be, we got, yes, that's right. Okay. So let's just hard code something. Let's go basically the message is assigned. Actually, I tell you what, up here, we're going to define a variable called age, which is going to be, so we're not going to allow partial ages here, right? So it's going to be an integer. So I'm going to go int age, and I'm going to assume that everyone's 0. I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to say the current age is plus age dot toString, and actually years old. Right, so let's run it now. I'm missing a semicolon because I don't know what happened there. Let's do that. Go again. Building would have been good because I have added a lot of stuff there, but that's fine. Boom. The current age is 10 years old. Good. So now we just got to figure out how we're going to do this sort of subtraction. Notice, by the way, in both these examples, we're not bothering with exception handling and what happens if someone puts in some goofy stuff. Yeah, we're not dealing with that here. It's just basically straight basic date stuff. So anyway, the age actually, it'd be nice to basically just compare the years, not how many days. We could have done how many days, and there's actually also, I think, like between calculations and stuff, but we're not going to do that. What we're just going to do is we're going to basically say, we're going to assume that the current date is the one that we're comparing against. And we're going to basically say, hey, take the year of the current date and subtract from it the DOB.year. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the year of the current date, and we're going to basically let the implicit, the fact that decimals are just going to fall right off. Well, it doesn't matter. There's no decimals. It's a straight year. Yeah, there you go. So we're good. All right. So let's do that, and let's go. Yeah, that's good. So age is no longer 0. Let's click in here and let's do a quick thing. So 52. Oh my goodness, we're not going to do that. So I think what we're going to do is the birth date. It's going to be a very easy one for us to calculate. It's going to be 2000. All right, so 2000. We're going to go calculate. Boom, 21 years. 21 years? What do you mean? It looks like there's only 20. Well, yeah, we're probably going to have to add a little bit of a decrement here because basically, why are we adding a decrement? One this year, subtract the next year. First of all, let's make sure I'm actually right. Oh, build, because I don't have a semicolon. Nice. Do that. And by the way, maybe I might be tempted to change that up here in my input, but anyway, let's go calculate age, 20 years old. I might be too tired to figure out the actual logic there, but basically it's the 20th year. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm decrementing here to basically just sort of get this in line with the reality. I noticed that the solution file had something about if the current date is less than the birth date year. I suppose that doesn't make any sense to me as to why they would do that. Oh, if the current day of year. Oh, they're smarter than I thought they were. That's a good point. Okay. And this is exactly where I'm falling on my face now, logically. I got it. All right, so here's the deal, right? If you're born in March and we're doing this calculation in June, it's gonna all right, you know what? Let's just pause for a second. Let me get a notepad up so I can talk myself through this and then talk you through this. All right, I took a breath and realized, again, I'm not really doing this the way I would normally do this. So it's okay. I thought it was going to be a little bit simpler, and it is actually pretty simple. If I'm only looking at the years between these two dates, 2020 and 2000, right? And then I do the calculate age, we're going to get basically the person's 21 years old, right? Given the fact that, right, and actually, you know, by the way, I'm sorry, don't even look up here. Just look down at this date, right? So here it is, 11/22, person's 21 years old, right? Now, however, if this date's in the future, so let's imagine this person's birthday is on the 12th month, they're not 21 years old yet. They're still 20 years old. So what we want to do is we want to kind of account for that in our calculations here. So what we probably want to do is we want to do sort of a subtraction, but then there was another neat little thing in the solution, which certainly makes sense. If our current date, day of year, remember there's all those attributes in the chapter here, but if the day of the year is less than the birth date, not text birth date, the birth date, no, again, oh, that's what we call the date of birth. It was less than the date of birth dot day of year. So if it's less than that, so basically if they were born in December and it's now November, if it's less than that, then feel free to decrement the year. All right. So now if we go ahead, take that slash off. If we go ahead and run this, now this should be able to handle that problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in, first of all, today's date. So 11/22/2021. And wrong. Anyway, calculate. So now apparently they're a baby because they were just born today. Smart move, Grant. Let's go 2000. Let's go ahead. They're 20 years old because it's like today. If it was if their birthday was yesterday on 21, now they're 21 years old. All right. Remember that there are actually methods that do this too. So as much fun as this is, I think the point of this exercise is really kind of getting you into the idea of that dates actually have things. They have attributes in there that you can pull from. And actually just a quick, we're done with this exercise, but if I go current date and go dot, right, there are definitely things that you can look at here. Like you can get like the seconds, the hours, the year was there. I don't know what some of these other operators would be doing for us, But anyway, and then there's some time travel stuff there too. I think I did put a video out there about time travel with dates or something like that in the mental space area. So there's definitely other ways to do that besides this way, but I do appreciate the exercise for what it was trying to do there. All right, so that was it for dates. I think our next contestant is dealing with strings. Yes, we're going to be dealing with strings next.